Okay, Alex Daugherty of A to Z Sports Nashville joins me, Marky Bilsner, on Tri-City Sports Now on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. You just heard on the Sports Update that, the Predators have 2 more games. They've got to get 1 more point because, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the Jets have 1 more victory. That's the first tiebreaker. So the matter of trying to go out of your division with 2 series or playing the 7th seed in the Western Conference and then the division taking care of itself with, let's say, the Blues and the Jets battling it out and then just playing the winner of that, assuming you defeat the 7th seed, well, then the road gets a lot easier if you win the division. That's what we're talking about here. And the Minnesota Wild, the Chicago Blackhawks, they're giving the Predators help. And now what appeared to be, 3 games left for the Jets. It doesn't look like the Preds will be able to overtake them. Now it looks like maybe this could actually happen. What are your thoughts on Alex Daugherty, A to Z Sports National, on the Predators' chance of, on Sunday, being crowned the division champs?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting the way it's worked out. I mean, the Predators were, for a while there, it looked like they were pretty much doomed to be the 3rd seed, and now they have a chance to actually win the division. They just have to be 1 point better than the Jets in order to do that, and then obviously win their last 2 games in order to keep pace with the Blues as well. So if they win their last 2 games, and the Jets drop even 1 point, either tonight against Colorado or Saturday against Arizona, then the Jets are out of first place and the Predators are in. So there's a lot of, it's kind of interesting, there's a lot of possibilities for the way that the division can finish. I think the most ideal is the Predators to finish in first and the Jets and Blues to finish in the 2nd and 3rd. But even the Dallas Stars could creep up into the 3rd spot, and then all of a sudden you're looking at the Blues and the Jets in the wild card 1 spot. So there's a lot of options still out there on the table. I don't think the Jets can fall that far, but the Blues can. So still wide open in the Central. This is the first time since 2014-15 that the division has been this close, this late, and that's ever. I mean, the only time it's never been within 1 point as it is now. So since the Central Division has been a thing, it's never been this close, this late in the season.
Well, with all due respect to say the Predators going to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years ago as an 8th seed, Alex Daugherty of A to Z Sports Nashville, and let's say the Kings at the start of the decade winning the Stanley Cup as an 8th seed, I believe. I find this very exciting because, you're playing for first place. You're playing for really, to be part of that elite. It's like an old-time baseball pennant race, if you will, with the must-win games and all that. When you start talking about the race for the 8th seed in the NBA playoffs, it's boring. All it is, oh, wow, they're going to get their heads chopped off in the first round. And it's not like that this year. I mean, these are 2 games here that really appear to be really exciting. What I like is that you can watch them for free online. The NHL has made NHL TV free, so you can actually watch tonight Vancouver and Nashville at 8 p.m. I think it's also going to be shown on local cable, by the way. But, okay, get on your phone or your computer and then check out what the Jets are doing at Colorado tonight. So, yeah, if the Preds can come away with 1 more point in their last 2 games, then they are going to be the champs, assuming that, let's not say, I mean, the Blues are still in this thing. So if, say, the Blues, win out and the Jets and the Predators lose out, the Blues could be the champ. So there's still a lot of things that can happen. It's what makes it so exciting. Hey, last week you wrote about Victor Arvidsson being on the verge of history for the Nashville Predators. And tell us a little bit about what what records he's about ready to break.
Well, he's already at the top of the single-season scoring record, so with 33 goals. If he gets 1 more goal, then he'll break that record and have the most goals in a season for a Nashville Predators player. I mean, it's a pretty remarkable season considering he's only played in, I think, 59 games now. So will have missed 20 this late in the season.
Is it a mark against the franchise or even a statement of the brand of hockey that they play that the Preds have never had a 40-goal scorer?
You know, I think it tells you a little bit about where the league was prior to the lockout.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, prior to the lockout, not a lot of players were scoring that amount of goals, at least not especially not expansion teams. And then it does tell you a little bit about the way that Barry Trotz ran the organization for about 15 years, or organized the team, I should say. It really wasn't scoring was not the emphasis. It was on defensive play. It was on being responsible in your own zone. It was about playing good special teams, but and about goaltending. So I think that's really more of a mark than anything. It's the remnants of the Barry Trotz system that even when they got high-level talent like Paul Correa and Jason Arnott, they still couldn't break 40 goals. So it just tells you a little bit about the way that the organization was run for every year since Pierre Laviolette got here.
We're talking to Alex Daugherty of A to Z Sports Nashville. The Predators are playing. Their season is about to end. It'll end this weekend, but they have a chance at finishing in first place in the Central Division of the Western Conference. And so, okay, now I want to ask you here about basically the lineups. We've talked a lot about the chemistry of the Predators over the course of the season and such. So tell me a little bit about the return, let's see here, of Murphy to the Predators here this weekend, or this week.
The return of who's that?
I'm sorry, I think I got the name wrong right here because it's not right here, but the suspended forward coming back.
Oh, yes, yeah. So on Tuesday, Austin Watson came back.
Watson, forgive me, I'm sorry.
He I think was maybe a part of the missing piece for the Predators at this point. That line, both assistants, Nick Bonino, Austin Watson, was probably the best line for the Predators in the playoffs last year. They did a ton of defensive assignments. They had a lot of cleanup to do and matching up against top line. That was pretty impressive for them to be that good in the playoffs last year. And then this year, with Watson out with suspension and the substance abuse program, they haven't really gotten a chance to get it back together. But then on Tuesday, they were arguably the best line again. And you really like the sort of path that all of a sudden forming in front of the Predators right now to have that line be its go-to defensive matchup, sort of that third line that's really physical. They do a lot of hits, a lot of block shots, a lot of pitch passes, a lot of clearing the puck, a lot of getting the puck into the opposite zone and getting a whistle so that the big scorers can come on. You really like the way that's shaping out. So if they can keep that line together and healthy, I like their chances to really be successful in the playoffs with that.
You're going to have to forgive me about that Austin Murphy versus Austin Watson flip. That was the old high school hockey reporter of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette coming out because Austin Murphy was a forward for Moon High School. Okay, so forgive me right there. And considered to be a prospect. He played at Bowling Green, so there you go right there. But yes, the guy that went to John Calipari's high school playing hockey and such. So please forgive me right there. But yes, Austin Watson back in the fold with the Predators. Hey, one of the reasons I was a little late in calling you here was I was talking to Drew Bedard of Bristol Motor Speedway, and I think I've thrown this around, but the idea of BMS hosting, let's say, a Predators-Hurricanes game for the Winter Classic, and they were like, we'd be all down for that. I can't imagine they wouldn't be. But I just want to ask you about that. I mean, since we just came off, it's race week here in Bristol and all this, theoretically, I know you're not from the Tri-Cities, but if you could ever have a Winter Classic with the Predators and the Hurricanes in a venue that could draw 150,000 fans, what do you think that would do for hockey in the state of Tennessee?
Well, I think I'll be able to tell you a little bit more New Year's Day 2020 after the Predators actually play their first ever outdoors game in Dallas.
That's right, yep.
So I think that's going to be more important to find out how that performs. How does that look?
That's at the Cotton Bowl, right?
The Predators, the Cotton Bowl. So do the Predators show up with in full force? likely scenario is hosting the game in Nashville at the new soccer stadium. It's going to hold about 30,000, 35,000.
Okay.
Oh, and really just be a stadium series game. That's or eventually when they upgrade Nissan Stadium to be a stadium that's not 20 years old, they go there. So I don't see the Predators doing anything like that until they host something in Nashville, just out of support for the home city that has done so much for them over the last 20 years.
All I'm going to say is that pro hockey came to East Tennessee the very same year Bristol Motor Speedway was built. 1961, the Knoxville Crusaders. All right, and by the 70s, and I mean this is the era of the Atlanta Flames and all of that, and such. But I'm told that for 4 years in Knoxville, there were high schools that were playing hockey as a varsity sport from 71 to 75. And also the University of Tennessee, that was the Ice Vols, that was the first club hockey team in the South, starting up in 1966, probably with some influence from the Crusaders, I would imagine, and such. So, I mean, I look at the connection right there, and I've always made that connection when people have said, it will never work in East Tennessee. I said, well, the team came to East Tennessee, hockey came to East Tennessee the same year that NASCAR did, basically.
Yeah, and I don't think that it can't work in East Tennessee. I think that they should do an outdoor game in Nashville first, though.
Well, you're a Nashvilleian. We could have the biggest crowd ever in the Tri-City. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to get the sport. I'm trying to get it sold here. I'm trying to get a new arena eventually here as a sports talk show host. That's my game.
I think that could happen. I think you give it 10 years. I think it could happen within 10 years.
All right. You're a more patient man than I have, 10 years and all this. But anyway, Alex Daugherty, he's at A to Z Sports Nashville. I asked this, just come right out. Do you think that the Predators win the division?
I actually do.
Okay.
I think they do. I think that they take care of business tonight. I think that the Winnipeg Jets might lose outright to the Colorado Avalanche tonight, opening the door, and then all the Predators have to do is beat the Blackhawks, who have nothing to play for at home on Saturday. So, yeah, I think it happens. I think they take first. And
I was, stunned that the Jet just laid that egg 5-1, losing to the Wild the other day. So tonight, yes, it is the Predators. They are taking. Let's see here. I've got the schedule right in front of me, and now it has come about. But at 8 p.m., and it's a game you can watch not only on cable, but you can also watch online. All NHL TV, all the games are free. Sign up for it. Vancouver and Nashville playing tonight, and as you say, both games, I believe, at Bridgestone. They're also taking on the Blackhawks, who are out of it. So there you go, and just hope that one more point than what the Jets can do while the Blues continue to struggle. That was a really fortunate occurrence of events in a shootout loss to the Blackhawks yesterday. He is Alex Daugherty, A to Z Sports Nashville. No better place to follow the Predators. I'm Marky Bilson. Listen to me on jetbroadcasting.live. Forgive me right there.